All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first episode of the Bobcat Weekly Podcast.
Thanks for having me. Danny Uluilakepa, if you don't know.
You guys don't know, I'm Keegan. I'm here with buddies
Aiden Kuntz.
And Brady Torso.
And, thank you again to special guest Danny for coming on the show. You guys don't know, he's a good buddy of us, former Bobcat standout, and super happy to have him on.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me on. These are my guys, so I had to make an appearance.
All right, so today is Thursday, August 26th, a couple days out from week one. Cats head out to Eugene, take on the Ducks. Cats coming at number one in both the coaches and media poll, 2 in the FCS poll. Ducks are at 7, top 25. The game Saturday, August 30th, 2 p.m. Mountain start time. What are we thinking about the game, folks?
We're coming in high for both the FCS and the Big Sky polls, but number 7 in the FBS it's gonna be a lot closer than people think, I believe. The guys that we got coming back from the last year, D-line, pretty much every guy coming back on that. We're missing Brody, missing some key points there, but I think we're gonna get after them on the D-line front. Defense should be looking good. Offense, we got Justin coming in, starting out. They just dropped the depth chart today, so shout out Justin. I guess he's been doing a good job. I haven't been around that much, but from what I hear, he's been doing a good job. But I'm excited for it. It should be a good game. If you're going down to Eugene, drop a tag for us so we can repost you.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. I think it should be interesting to see how Justin comes in, having that what conference are they in? Playing in Autzen before, I think will be very big and very helpful for us as a team.
Yeah, I know you played in a handful of the FBS games, or at least a couple of them over the years. At least kind of the way I see it, like it's experience for the guys to see football at the next level. So, nonetheless, I think it'll be a good experience to see football at that level because Oregon is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's a crazy stadium, but I mean, just like you were saying, the experience of going to a place like that, a top 10 stadium, top 10 team, just playing there and seeing the competition and seeing how we can, compete up to that, I feel like it's going to be a cool test for us.
For sure.
So it's like you've obviously played in a few with New Mexico last year. Is there any fear going into that game because it's a huge stadium, huge crowd? Like, is there any different feel to it?
No, I feel like it's all confidence. You can't go into a game thinking, oh my gosh, we're playing New Mexico. Like it's gonna be a tough game. No, like you got to go in thinking you guys are the guys. You're gonna go in, you're gonna do what you got to do, and you're gonna come out with the win. I feel like this has to be the same mindset. Like, yeah, they're a good team, but we got to go in feeling like we're the best.
Yeah, for sure. 2 p.m. start time for that, 2 p.m. Mountain Time.
Hey, you guys better be tuned in, better tap in, 2 p.m., all that.
All right, well, I'd like to kind of get into a little bit about you, kind of your background, where'd you grow up, where you're from, football history, and kind of walk us through growing up, how'd you get into the game, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, so I'm from Puyallup, Washington, about 40 south of Seattle. I started football about second grade, I think. Just running around looking like a bobblehead, little helmet, shoulder pads. But I started off playing quarterback and linebacker, and then the next year I was a big kid, I was fat, so they moved me to guard, and I was just pulling. So I played guard and linebacker till about 7th grade, and then I just played linebacker. And I really play football just because I love hitting people, just like running through someone's face like that. That's my favorite thing about the game, and it still was, going into college. In high school, I was blessed to be able to get a scholarship to Montana State University, and I committed my senior year. I came down here, was a guy playing linebacker, and I just did what I could to help the team, and it was a great experience.
Did you play other sports growing up?
I played lacrosse. Growing up, you always play like little sports here and there. I played basketball, different stuff like that. But I played lacrosse and football mostly. And then once I got 7th, 8th grade, I was just football.
So I want to hear a little about your family. How has that been an impact in your life, or just kind of what's your story with that?
My family's been doing a lot for me since I was young. My mom and my dad, they've taught me right from wrong, and I love them so much. Just seeing the way that my dad works and the sacrifices he did, so we could have food on the table, and my mom being there every step of the way, and raising me and my 4 other siblings. It's been a huge blessing having them in my life, and I love them so much. So it's been good.
So you said you committed your senior year, right?
Yep.
Do you have any other offers out of high school? Like, was it always your goal to get to play college football and get there? Other offers? Kind of what was that?
Yeah, so it was always a goal to have my college paid for. I didn't have enough money growing up to be able to go to college, so I knew I needed to get a scholarship. So my junior year, I started getting offers. Montana State was actually my first one, and I remember they called me. It was Coach Choate. He's like, well, we'd like to give you a scholarship. I remember hanging up, calling my mom. I was like, no way I'm about to go over there. It's cold as hell. Like, I'm about to go over there, freeze. Like, no way I'm finna go. But I ended up getting 10 different offers, basically all in the Big Sky, Ivy League schools. I got Georgetown, stuff like that. Got Utah State. But I took my first official visit out here for Gold Rush 2019 year. And that's how they trapped me. I came out, was hot. But I love the fans, love the environment, love all the coaches. Coach Daly, that's my guy. But after seeing in a game and seeing the experience, I knew it was the spot for me.
Yeah. So come into MSU fall of 21 as a freshman. Would that be right?
I came, that summer of 2020. Yeah.
So, kind of walk us through like first getting on campus, that experience, and then kind of through the years with the Cats, kind of.
Yeah. So I came that summer 2020, and it was COVID. So like I got here, we did like 3 days of fall camp, and I remember Coach being like, "Oh, we're not gonna have a season. You guys can just stop practicing." So it was kind of a weird balance of working out and then like not having anything to work out for,
right?
Because everything was canceled. So my freshman year, it was just lots of hard workouts and getting to know the guys, which I've met a lot of my longtime friends here, so it's been a blessing.
Yeah, so going into your senior year, it was your second year as a team captain. What was that like, being a big leader on the team and having such an influence on all those players?
I loved all the guys on the team, all the coaches, so just being honored with that, it was a huge thing for me, and just being able to lead the team to the season that we had, it was great.
So senior year last year, 2024, played in 7 games before injury against Idaho.
Mm-hmm.
First Idaho win of that season.
Yeah.
Kind of walk us through that season, senior year, and then kind of leading up to the injury and sort of that whole deal.
Yeah. Well, it started off with a bang at New Mexico. Going into the game, we were favored by, I think, 12 points, and it ended up being a close one. Fourth quarter, I think we were down by 2 touchdowns, but we ended up holding them. Adam got that huge run, holding them again, and, the rest is history. But we started stacking up the wins after that, and then getting up to that game, I thought I was playing a good game, and then got an interception, broke out of 2 tackles. He gets a quarterback, juked him. He was looking goofy, got on the ground, but popped my ACL. If I didn't, that would have been 6. If you know. But after that, just trying to be there for the guys. It was hard just because I couldn't walk for a month, so I was in my crutches, crutching around, but trying to be there as much as I can. Giving my little speeches, just trying to help the guys as much as I could.
Yeah.
So after your injury last year, how do you feel like your role shifted as a team captain, not being able to be out there on the field? Like, how do you feel you adjusted how you were leading the team?
I would say it was more from like actions to words. So like, Neil took a big jump from me being out, and Bryce took a big jump. So just being behind those guys and trying to help them as much as I could, both in the film room or just being someone that I could just go over and be like, "Hey, you're doing a good job." So just being a word of encouragement to the guys.
Yeah. Kind of walk us through that team last year, because that was a very special team going perfect season to Frisco, and kind of how that was getting opportunity to go to Frisco again, and kind of what was different about that team in a sense, being kind of just dominating most games. And
yeah, I think it was an attitude thing. Like going into that fall camp, I remember just looking at all the guys and we're like, this is the season. Like we got to do it now. Like we got how many seniors? All the guys, like we're about to lose. Like this is our time. So, I mean, we had all the key parts. You know, we had Tommy, Brody, Rylan Ort. You know, he's a big factor in that. Just we had so much leadership on that team too. So we can all keep each other accountable. So I think that was a big part of it, just the leadership on the team, and we all did a good job with that.
Yeah. So was there like a single coach or a player that was kind of like dead set, kind of leading everybody and kind of like that confidence, or was it kind of like a group of guys kind of hyping everybody else up?
I mean, it's a player-led program. That's what we always say, you know. But I think it was just a whole group of seniors. Like I want to say it was one individual, you know, taking the charge, but it was just a group of guys wanting to get something done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, guess trivia now.
Yes. So
I was looking at this. I already know the answer. Like they got to give me something better than this. Here, read it out.
Last year, MSU started their season with an FBS win in New Mexico. When was the last time the Cats beat an FCS opponent before that?
Can I answer right now?
Sure.
Colorado. Shout out Coach Daly.
Can you tell me the year, though?
No, I can't. But I know Coach Daly would. I know Coach Daly got a pick, so shout out Coach.
Yeah, it was Colorado in 2006, and then we ended up losing the Gold Rush game right after that to Chatteron State.
They're D2, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
The good old Cardiac Cats.
Yeah. I heard they had someone crazy on the team.
Okay.
Let's dive into a little bit of Q&A from Instagram.
Yeah, so Instagram Q&A, you guys, the fans, gave us some questions to ask Danny. I'll give the first one.
Let me
Yeah.
This is from, you might know him. His name's JT Reed.
Never heard of, bro.
Who's your favorite Bobcat player, and why is it JT Reed?
It's not JT Reed. Let's get that straight. Favorite Bobcat player, Caden Dowler. We're ACL bros. Brock, shout out Brock, my ACL guys. Yeah, probably them. I spent a lot of time with them the past few months, you know, getting our knees right. So I would have to go with them, not JT. JT really hasn't done nothing for me. I lived with him for 2 years. I wish I could get those back.
We're gonna have to have JT on now and get his thoughts.
We'll have to get a group of me, JT, and Taki.
You got to submit that question next. And who is JT's favorite player, and why was it you?
Yeah. No, but for real, I love all the boys. JT, that's my guy. He probably JT or Taki, both of them. That's my guys.
You want to give him the next?
Yeah, sure. The next question we got on here is, what was the best moment of your career?
I would have to say either the New Mexico win or probably New Mexico win. Just the feeling after that, going back into the locker room, President Cruzado, and they're dancing with us. You know, all the guys hyped up. It was a crazy feeling. So I'd probably go with that.
Okay, so what was your major, and what was the hardest thing about balancing school and sports?
This is from Declan Tala, by the way. Sorry, forgot to say who they're from.
Good buddy of ours.
Best moment of your career was also from Declan. So, Declan, thank you for 2 questions.
Thanks for the questions, Declan. Major was business marketing. And the hardest thing about balancing school and sports was just finding a time to do your homework, really. Because, you know, the amount of film that we watch, it's crazy. Like, I remember right after practice, I'd go to, like, maybe 3 hours of class, 4 hours of class, and then I'd come right back to watching film, to meetings. And then we probably got done around 7-ish.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just finding a time after that to do homework. But I was able to get it done, graduate 3.56, you know, stay in school. Come on.
So, like, were the coaches big on that? Were they wanting you to stay on top of your homework and schoolwork?
Yeah. I mean, you're you're a student first. You know what I'm saying? So like you got to stay in the books, got to stay in class. It's not always a good time in there, but you got to do it. So
Yeah, I feel like even just from the outside looking in, like everyday person, yes, they know they're a student and they're an athlete too, but even I don't know much about like behind the scenes, but it's a lot more than just practice for football and stuff. Like there's so much that goes into it. And even being like a high school athlete, it's obviously not as crazy as being in college, but there's still way more that goes on behind the scenes trying to balance both.
yeah, for sure. Like people don't know like the amount of film, body maintenance, and then just little things going in. We still do weights throughout the season. Like we're there pretty much 7 in the morning to 7 at night every single day. So it's like a full-time job.
Yeah.
This last question, it comes from my buddy Brady. Shout out Brady.
Shout out Brady.
What's it like recovering from a torn ACL, and what does that process look like?
I mean, it was terrible. I ain't gonna lie to you. Don't tear your ACL. It's not fun. Tearing my ACL, especially in the middle of the season, was tough. Just because you're off the field and you just have to watch the guys play. But it was a process of like just getting your quad to work again, and then building up strength. So I couldn't walk for the first month, so it took a step back. But it's pretty much a 12-month process. I'm still doing PT, so yeah, not the best. Don't do it.
Okay, good to know.
Hey, do your best and not tear your ACL.
Yeah, we'll try that.
Just squats.
He's
Just
in his
keep
senior
squatting.
season, so
yeah.
got to go all
it.
out.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Do you think like that was kind of a good way to end like your senior season? Like huge pick, juke the quarterback, like in the night game under the lights. Like you think that was kind of a
I mean, it was a sweet pick, but like, of course, I'd want to keep playing.
Yeah.
But it was a go out with a bang type of thing, so I'm not mad at it.
We got one more question from Carly Torsdahl.
Mango.
Hey,
Mango.
Shout out Mango.
What is your favorite pregame meal?
Pre-game meal. Maybe sourdough from my mom. Shout out moms.
Very good.
All right. So next, we're gonna do the Q&A every week with our guests. So pay attention to the Instagram. It's Bobcat_weekly25, and we'll be posting there, and so you can ask your questions next week with a guest that's to be announced, which will also be announced on the Instagram.
All right, you want to get into around the conference?
Yeah, so around the conference, last week we had 3 teams with week 0 games. We had Idaho State at UNLV. They lost a close one, 31-38. Idaho State was actually able to hold their own pretty well against UNLV. They played significantly better than I was expecting them to, being in the lead for most of that game. A player I was impressed with was their running back, Dason Brooks. He didn't stack up the best in the stats, but he was getting pretty decent amount of yards after contact. And as a player, I could see him going places this year. While Idaho State played well in this game, they didn't come out on top. My biggest takeaway from this game is turnovers. They gave up 4 turnovers to the Rebels, and that can't happen if you want to win games. You need to maintain control of the ball. And if Idaho State can start to keep the ball in their hands, I think that they could be in the hunt for a playoff spot this year.
I think watching this game, I didn't feel like one team was necessarily way better than the other. Like it was a pretty even matchup.
Yeah.
Both quarterbacks threw very well throughout the game. UNLV quarterback, I don't remember his name, but he can sling it. He's good, but I mean, both sides played really well.
Yeah, I was very impressed with that game.
Any thoughts, Danny?
I think they played them really close. 4 turnovers, you gotta limit that. But UNLV, they're a good program. Previous years, what was their record last year?
I don't know. Let's take a look.
What were they, like 13? Did they have 13 wins or 12 wins?
They were.
I think they were in the 12s.
They were 11-3.
Okay.
11-3.
They finished
Like
second on the Mountain
like
West.
they're a good
West, yeah. program
building up. Andrew Paldro just transferred to UNLV, so I saw him on the field making a few tackles too. So, it's good to see FCS teams stack up to those of the FBS because guys at this level have that talent too. So just seeing it make it that close, it's a cool sight to see.
Yeah, I mean, it's case in point, like your guys' game last year, too. I mean, to see these top FCS teams competing against the higher teams is really cool. I mean, and it also goes to show like Idaho State could be a really good team this year if they hung with UNLV. So it'll be curious to see how their season pans out.
Yeah. And we play them too, huh?
Yep.
I believe so, yeah.
Play week.
That's not home because it was over there, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that game last year. Yeah, we play them October 11th at home.
Should be a good one.
Parent weekend.
We got, 7 home games this year?
Something like
Yeah,
that. Four in a row.
We've 4 in a
So
row.
right
in
off the
September.
bat.
All in September?
The entire month of September.
Nice and warm. We love that.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Next game, Portland State played Tarleton State at home and got destroyed 42-0. They couldn't take care of the ball, also giving up 4 turnovers. Well, they actually had possession for longer in this game. They couldn't manage to get any explosive plays to help them score or even get a decent amount of yards. I think they were under 200 yards, that's for sure.
Yikes.
Yeah, it was not a good game for Portland State.
So they finished 3-8 overall last year.
Yeah,
so.
they haven't been
Tarleton
that
or
good at the-
Portland?
Portland State.
Tarleton was in the playoffs last year, I think. They were. Let's look at the bracket. Tarleton State. I thought they were in the playoffs. Yeah, they lost in the second round to South Dakota. So, the team that went on to play us.
Then UC Davis Mercer, no contest.
Yeah, that was.
Weather, I think.
Yeah, it was a long weather delay that they decided, just lightning. They decided
At Mercer,
not to do
too. Yeah.
it. Yeah.
I mean, you hate to see that happen.
Yeah. UC Davis was up 23-17 with 7.5 minutes left. I think Davis played pretty well. I think that game went pretty much as expected. I mean, Davis was in front, but Mercer was pretty close behind him. I mean, it wasn't a blowout.
Yeah.
But I think we saw pretty much as we expected from Davis in that game.
Yeah.
And obviously neither team's going to get a win or a loss on the standings, but I think both teams played pretty well going into that game.
Teams to keep an eye on this season.
Idaho, yeah. So they lost their head coach to New Mexico. Their new coach, Thomas Ford Jr., is very adamant that Idaho is not in a rebuild phase. So we'll see about that. He previously coached at Idaho as a running backs coach in 22 and 23 before leaving to go coach at Oregon State last year. I think this will be an interesting team to see how they shake up. They say they're not in a rebuild phase, but they lost a lot of transfers. I haven't seen a ton coming in.
Yeah.
But their new coach seems pretty adamant that this is going to be a good year for them. So we're interested to see how that goes.
Cats twice last year, 38-7 was the first game, then it was like 52-19 was the second.
Yeah,
so
the second one we kind of killed.
We
the
seem to
first
have
one
the
was
number.
in Idaho, wasn't it? Or was that at home?
it was home because that was
home,
the game you got hurt.
Yes.
Yeah. So
All right, so University of Montana, they have a fairly easy schedule this year. Only ranked teams on the schedule besides MSU are 12 Idaho, who has the new coach and lost a lot to transfers, and then 14 Sac State, who was 3-9 last year. You got any thoughts on their schedule?
I mean, just it's FTG. I don't know what much to say about U of M. I don't really, need to say much about them. Just FTG.
Yeah, they have. I think they have the easiest schedule of all time this year, and
Who did they play first game?
Central Washington.
D2.
No. Is
Yeah.
it Central
It
Washington
is Central
first game?
D2 Central
Hold on,
Washington.
Is that
No,
U of M?
It's at U of M.
I mean, I know a lot of
guys.
guys who go to Central, so
Yeah.
shout out Central.
Yeah, they're
Hopefully y'all can go in and beat them.
They're-
That would be really cool.
they
I mean, I
also
can see
have.
We got a
4
buddy who
straight
plays
home
for them
games.
too.
Central?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got Central Washington week 1, North Dakota week 2, Indiana State week 3, and then they're into conference play. And they don't play Davis this year. Oh, and they play Sacred Heart at home.
Do you think that UC Davis could kind of be like a little bit of a team to watch out for because they were strong last year, kind of put up a good fight against us?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, Davis, they've always been a good program, and just the way that they played us last year, they're returning some guys. So I think they're going to be one of the better teams of the Big Sky.
So also just announced news in the conference this week. In 2027 Labor Day weekend, Cats are headed to Vegas to play NDSU for the FCS kickoff.
Let's go. That's
That's
going to be
gonna be-
lit.
that's
It's
gonna
going
be
to be
It's going to
live.
be a lot of fun.
Y'all going to go?
Definitely.
Try to, yeah.
I
100%.
hope so.
Try to?
There's no way I'm not going to
Yeah.
be there.
'Cause,
I think-
That's
work. And
Oh,
adulting-
yeah.
and adulting stuff.
Yeah,
Right.
I feel that.
Yeah,
I feel
no,
that.
adulting can take a break that weekend. I'm going to Vegas.
I think we could get a good turnout. I mean, if you saw the grandstands from this year's FCS kickoff, which was the UC Davis game, it just looked sad.
Really?
But I think there was like maybe 100 people there.
Yeah.
But I think which the base that Bobcat Nation have and Bison Nation have, like I think this could be an electric environment.
Both teams, I think, travel very well, and
yeah.
having so much time in advance to plan this game so people can plan it into the schedule, and having so many seats in Allegiant Stadium, I think it's going to be a great
Yeah, well,
great
you see
turnout.
Frisco both games too. Like, I mean,
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
packed out.
everyone shows out.
Yeah, I mean, just like you said, we travel really well. I remember when we go to Eastern, pretty much every year we go to Eastern,
Mhm.
we have more fans than they do. So like,
Yeah.
I don't think
La-
there was
last
that
year-
many games that they had more fans than us.
Yeah, last
Yeah.
year I remember going to Eastern, and I think we were louder than the Eastern fans were.
I mean,
I know every
that's-
time we
that's
go to
every game.
Weber, we are.
Yeah, that's
But-
every game.
All right.
All right, we got a little bit more of FCS news.
Sac State. I think we already kind of touched on this, but they tried to move to the FBS last year as an independent, or well, not last year. They're trying to move next year. They got denied.
I don't know much about that story. I just kind of
I know.
know
I
what's
read a little
happening.
bit about it, but I think they're still gonna do it as an independent. So I'm not 100% sure how that's gonna go.
With a 3-9 record, I'm really curious what their thought process behind
Yeah,
that is.
They seem like they think they're gonna be a very big team this year, and I think they're actually ranked.
Yeah,
But
I think
which
they're
I'm-
top 20.
Yeah,
Top
they're
25?
ranked 14th.
Yeah,
Which is kind
I
of
mean,
surprising for a team that went
they
3-9.
brought in a lot of transfers, so I mean, we'll see how it goes. In my experience, like seeing teams, it's hard for transfers to build a culture. So we'll see how they do against SDSU.
Yeah,
should be interesting.
should be an interesting game. I think that first game is kind of going to tell us
Tells
bit-
a lot.
about how
About
this team is
everyone, I
going to
think, yeah.
develop. Yeah.
All right. Awards watch list. Walter Payton Award, Adam Jones, Buck Buchanan, Paul Brott. You've played with these guys over the last couple years. I mean, what are your thoughts? I mean, great guys. Like,
No, yeah, I mean, love Adam, love Paul. Like, I definitely think both of them could achieve that. So they just got to work for it, as I could say about everyone else on the team. But yeah, it's definitely in the future for them. Adam, I loved him. You know, watching him run for these past 2 years that I've been on the team. So just him doing amazing things, and you know, being behind Paul, it's been great. So he clears up some lanes, and I could go hit some people for fun. So I think both of them, I think they could definitely do that.
yeah. You want to talk about all conference?
Yeah, all conference. We had 5 guys make all conference. Running back Adam Jones, wide receiver and punt returner for Taco Dowler, offensive line for Titan Fleischman, D line for Paul Brott, and D line for Kenny Iden.
Shout out Kenny. It's my boy.
All right.
Hopefully have at least most of these guys on throughout the season. I'm sure we will. So be on the lookout.
You want to touch on captains?
Yeah, so captains were just announced last week. We got JT Reed, Kenneth Iden, Titan Fleshman, Adam Jones, Caden Dowler, and Paul Brott.
Hey, your favorite player, JT Reed.
One of them.
It's a pretty solid captain crew we got there.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I feel like the Montana State Bobcats always have good leadership, and you know, them choosing 6 just shows that, you know, normally a team goes with 4, but there's so many guys that could be awarded that they gotta go 6, and you've seen that in years previous. So
Yep.
just shows a testament to the guys showing their leadership.
Yeah, and I think there are still so many guys that could be captains that aren't, but it's like it's 6, and it has to, you know.
Yeah.
There's so many guys with incredible leadership on that team, and just, I mean, really everyone is, but
Yeah.
These guys are they're such hard workers, and they're 100% deserving of it.
Yeah.
And-
100%.
Yeah.
All right. Depth chart came out today, I think. So Justin Lamson named starting quarterback. Wow, English. Backup was Duchesne, I think, right? Yeah.
yes,
Sounds
I
right.
believe so.
Yep.
Yeah, which was kind of surprising. I was kind of thinking Chance was going to get it because he's the only Bobcat quarterback right now with touches, but it was interesting to see Duchesne get that spot. But I think he's going to do great. I think it's going to be good, and I think it's going to be good to have Lamison going into that going into an environment where he's played in those big games before, so he should be able to kind of lead the team through that.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I like it. Obviously, I don't know a ton about him. He wasn't here for the spring game when we went, so we just saw Wilson, Duchesne, and
River
Warren.
yes. So I haven't seen much about him. Read a little bit. I'm excited about it. I mean, coming in from Stanford, I like it. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how things shake out.
Yeah, it should be good. I mean, I hosted Justin for his official visit, and good guy, comes from good family, so I'm excited for the Oregon game. I'm excited to watch what him and the rest of the offense can do.
Yeah. Other Bobcat news. So volleyball kicks off the season this weekend with the Bobcat Invite Tournament. Friday, the 29th versus Prairie View A&M. It's at 7 p.m. Saturday versus South Dakota, 5 p.m. and then Sunday 8:31 versus Oregon. So Ducks come out again. Kind of a big round robin tournament for the 3 or 4 teams that are here, South Dakota here. But yeah, should be interesting to see how volleyball kicks off. Lauren Linseth, named Big Sky preseason, all Big Sky preseason volleyball team. One of the, I think, 3 or 4 seniors on the team. So that'll be interesting to see how things shake out. We'll be at the game. At least I will be at the game Friday. So come say hi if you're there. Bobcat Weekly.
Follow us on the gram. Follow them on the gram.
But yeah, should be fun. And like Brady announced earlier, 2027 Vegas Kickoff Classic Showdown, Labor Day weekend, time, date, network to be determined.
Someone fell upstairs.
That should be a lot of fun. Again, Cats get to go down to Vegas and see that whole deal. And then other news, cross country, both men and women's teams both had second in the Big Sky preseason polls. I know those programs have always been very good. So
they actually had, I think, at least 3 runners head to the national championship.
Yeah.
Last year, so good for them.
Yeah.
Both men and women's side.
Seem to be always producing from both track and cross country.
Absolutely.
Too, so.
Got a strong program there.
Yeah.
Good to see Cats out there producing.
Yeah, for sure. So volleyball this weekend. Come say hi. On Friday, I'll be there. Yeah, let's get in a little bit game day picks for Big Sky Conference this week.
Yeah. So first game we got, we're going to make picks similar to how College Game Day does it. So first up, we got Sac State at South Dakota State. Danny, what's your thoughts on that game?
I'm gonna have to go with SDSU just based on the fact of what I said. You never know how the transfers are gonna be with the culture. So I know over there at SDSU they have a winning program. So I gotta go SDSU.
Like Danny said, strong program, strong history, not a lot of losses to the transfer portal. They did lose their coach. Was that them?
Yeah,
they did lose their coach
their quarterback.
and
their
Gronowski
quarterback.
Went to Iowa.
Yeah.
But I do think that they are strong and they could do good well. So I'm going to go with SDSU.
Yep.
Yeah. Sac State had major rebuild this year. They brought in a lot of transfers and their new coach. I can see this possibly being a strong year for them, but I mean, nobody really knows. I think their new tempo offense will make them a tough opponent for SDSU, but I don't think they can pull it together enough in time to work out all the kinks for week 1 matchup, especially having to go try out the new offense at Brookings. So I think Sac State will put up a good fight, but I think SDSU is still going to win.
Yeah, I'm with you. I know we had talked earlier this week about taking the hits with head coach going to Washington State and Gronowski too, but like you mentioned, it seems like they just keep continuing to roll people up and up and up, and it seems like they're always South Dakota State is always relevant and they're there. So yeah, I'm gonna take South Dakota State.
All right, next game we got on here: Weber State at James Madison. Not Mason.
I'm going James Madison. Weber State, they've always been a good program, but I think James Madison's just going to take it on this one. I don't know too much about either team, to be honest.
I just got to say safety. If you know, you know. I don't think I could pick them after that, so I'm just going James Madison.
Yeah, Weber was 4-8 last year. I haven't seen anything major from them to show them making a big jump, and James Madison is a pretty decent team at the FBS level. I mean, they made it to the bowl in their first year?
I think so.
I think it was either their first or second year. So I don't see him getting the upset here. I think I got James Madison on this one.
Yep. I'm taking James Madison too. Not kind of like Danny. Don't know a ton about either, but I like James Madison here.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we got Eastern Washington at Incarnate Word.
Another one I don't know too much about either teams. I'm going Incarnate Word just based on the fact they're at home. Really.
Rennie?
I think I think that if it was at Eastern Washington, I think they could get the dub just because of the home turf, well, the home red turf, really. But I think Incarnate Word's got it. They're a strong program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we actually talked about this game last week, and I said I was going to pick Eastern, and they've been a pretty good team. Well, I didn't say I was going to pick Eastern. I said I was going to pick Incarnate Word, and I think they've been a good team in the past, and I think it's going to be tough with them playing on the road and not at home. But after watching Incarnate Word get upset by Nichols last week,
Yeah, that was a big game.
I don't think that they're going to be able to win it. So I think Eastern Washington pulls up the upset here and beats them.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said, so they get upset by Nichols 6-20. That game was pretty interesting. I watched most of that game. Incarnate Word, they remind me where they're in rankings.
They're fourth. Right
Four, yeah. So we had talked last week, and you said, "Oh, Incarnate Word's pretty good," and then they go and get upset by Nichols. They just did not play a very good football game either side of the ball. But yeah, especially coming off of that loss, I'm taking Eastern Washington here.
All right, next game. This is going to be a tough one to call. Portland State at BYU.
BYU. I mean, do we even got to talk about it?
Yeah, I know. Ready?
You know, this is actually kind of a tough one for me because I don't like BYU, but I also don't like Portland State. So, I mean, let's just go BYU. They're a good team. They beat Utah last year wrongfully, but they did well. They did well, so I think it's going to be a blowout.
Yeah, I got BYU, no questions. Keegan?
BYU.
Yeah. All right, Idaho State at Southern Utah. This should be an interesting game with Southern Utah announced that they're coming back to the Big Sky. What do you think here, Danny?
Yeah, I didn't know they're coming back. I mean, just based on the way Idaho State played UNLV last week, I got to go Idaho State on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see something like that happening, but I'd also love to see Southern Utah kind of put some fight into it coming back into the Big Sky.
Were they independent last year?
No, they're where were they? What are they? They're in the UAC.
But I think
Yeah.
I think it would be
Who's in the UAC?
Yeah, exactly. Utah Tech is. I don't know who else. Let me
who
look
is
it up.
also coming back to the Big Sky.
Yes.
Tech is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for them.
What did they say?
It's hot down there. I wouldn't want to be going to football
It
games down
was
there.
so hot when we played them.
Oh, I bet.
I just think
bet.
with
What
Southern
was
Utah,
what was the score when we played them last year?
Hold on, I got
A lot
it
too
here
little.
somewhere. Yeah, we killed. I remember I stopped watching that game in the second quarter.
I
That was
got it
that was a fun game. They didn't get first down until the fourth quarter.
that's right.
yeah.
That was
31-7.
I think
Yeah,
with Southern
31.
Utah trying to come back to the Big Sky, I'd love to see him get a win.
Yeah. The only reason they scored, Taki, he got a bad read, and their quarterback was hauling down the field, and Taki took a wrong angle. Taki, if you're watching this, he ran faster than you.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Before we do this, let me check.
What else? Cal Poly. What were you looking at?
I was looking at that. Just trying to figure out who's in the UAC. I couldn't figure it out. It doesn't show up on the Google. That's how bad it is.
It doesn't exist anymore.
I think
probably.
Southern Utah is a difficult team for this game. They finished fourth in the UAC last year, whatever conference that is. However, I think even though Idaho State struggled last year, I think with how they played on the road at UNLV, I think they're gonna pull off the upset here and beat them at home.
Cal Poly taking on San Diego in San Diego. Thoughts?
Yeah, San Diego. Oh, wait. Yeah, San Diego was a pretty solid team last year. They came second in the Pioneer League, and I don't see Cal Poly having a chance in this one. So give me San Diego.
I don't know. Just we've played San Diego in the past. I think
We play them this year too.
Week 2.
Yeah,
we play in week 2?
No, week 3.
Week
Or
three.
no, week 2. Yes, week
We
2.
play Mercyhurst this year again too.
Yeah, we play Mercyhurst because
Hey, I liked Mercyhurst. They got some cool guys on their team.
Yeah, we got the chance to meet some of the coaches' wives. walking
oh
through
yeah.
practice.
They came. All the coaches' wives came over to their tailgate because they got
Yeah.
booed out of which bar?
No, they some cool guys over there. I think did I get kicked out that game? I think I did.
Maybe.
Did you?
I think I got helmet to helmet. It was either
Oh,
I think it was
There
that
might have been. Yeah.
That sounds about right.
it was that game or another one. But nah, yeah, cool guys over there. Shout out my guys over there. But we talking Cal Poly San Diego? I gotta go Cal Poly.
Yeah.
Just what I remember off of San Diego. I don't know too much about other teams in the league. I know about 2.
Yeah. I'm gonna take San Diego here. I don't know a ton about them, but I'll take San Diego. See what happens.
Rennie, you got a pick here?
Yeah, I don't know. Cal Poly, they've been kind of on the bubble of having a breakout, but I'm going to go San Diego here.
All right, UC Davis at Utah Tech.
Oh, we already talked about that.
Did we?
Yeah.
I thought we talked about Idaho State at Southern Utah. I don't think we talked about
We
Utah
didn't
Tech.
talk about Utah Tech.
We didn't
yet.
talk
My
about
bad.
Utah
My
Tech.
bad. My bad.
All right.
I'm skipping out of order. Then that's my bad.
I'm going Davis on this one. I mean, I don't know about too much about Utah Tech. I don't know if they brought anyone in or did they get new staff or anything.
Not that I've heard of.
Yeah,
But
I gotta go.
into it.
I gotta go Davis. Just both good teams, but I like Davis in this one.
Yeah, UC Davis, they've been good. They've been dangerous. So I'll probably go with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
talked about Cal Poly San Diego. Idaho at Washington State.
Idaho at Washington State. Let's see here.
I low key got Idaho on this one. I'm not gonna lie. Do they play basically every year, huh? Or every other? Idaho.
I'm not
Washington
sure.
I'm not
State?
sure.
About every other.
Just about every other. I've seen where they kept it close. I do like Idaho just because I like Coach Ford. Growing up, doing 7-on-7 stuff, I always ran into him, and we talk a little bit, but always a cool guy. So I think he's gonna do a good job with the program. So I'll have to go Idaho on this one.
I like WSU. They got a nice stadium. I mean, that's not, exactly all, but I don't like Idaho, so I'm just going to go with Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've undergone some major changes. Washington with their new coach. Washington State also has a new coach with SDSU's old coach Jimmy Rogers. I could see this being a close game with a very real possibility of the Vandals pulling off the upset. However, I think even though it will probably be close, I think the Cougs should be able to win it in Pullman, but we'll see. They might be the Cougs.
I want to see an upset this weekend. I want to see
Yeah.
Washington State. Idaho. Yeah. NAU, Arizona State.
I mean, Arizona State.
Yeah. Arizona State, without a doubt.
Yeah, I think with how Arizona State's been playing recently, I don't see NAU being able to hold their own in this one. I think Arizona State wins it.
Arizona State.
Yeah. What is Lenny doing over here? He's on the Raiders website. So you got something to say for us here?
Are we done with picks yet?
No, we got one
Okay,
more.
let's finish.
Well,
we
we'll
got one
finish-
more, but it's
we'll-
a big one, so you can go ahead and
Go talk about that. and
Okay,
then we'll
talk
talk
about this.
Yeah, just announced today the Seahawks announced their 54-man roster, and former Bobcat standout Ty Okada has made it.
I saw that. Yeah. Shout out Ty.
He's been working hard.
That one hand pick was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's been doing a good job. Big special teams guy for them, and he's been doing his thing over at safety too. So it's cool to see all the pro cats. Him. Hardy made the team.
Good.
So just seeing those guys, pave a way for younger players in the FCS level on the Cats. Just seeing that type of thing is pretty cool.
Yeah, and it puts the Cats on the board too for people. Cats getting in the NFL and came
'Cause
from
I
Montana State.
don't believe I saw Junior Bergen up there on the 49ers. So
Nah, I think he got waived.
Yeah.
I think he got waived.
Well, and
Even
Seahawks,
better. Oh,
Seahawks with their first round pick took that lineman from NDSU.
Yeah. Did he make it?
I don't know.
Seahawks?
We'll have to see. Yeah.
the Seahawks did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think he starts.
Yeah. So
Also, another big thing on Tommy, his first career tackle was Junior Bergen
I saw that.
on a punt
Yes,
return.
that was.
What happened to Tommy?
That was just his tackle.
Did the Raiders?
Oh, we're looking right now. I'm not.
They didn't waive him, but they didn't.
I
call
don't.
him
I'm
up
not seeing him on the 52 man right now. So, the initial 53 man, I'm not seeing him on. So,
Hey, shout out Tommy, though. Tommy's a dog.
he's been
Yes.
playing. I have liked how he's playing in the preseason. That first game wasn't amazing, but I think he definitely made up for it in that second game.
Yeah, just different opportunities you
Yeah.
get.
Yep.
Like, you gotta make them count, especially in that stage.
for sure.
But he was doing a good job, and I feel like all the pro NFL guys from the Cats doing a good job. Lance got that crazy catch the other week, so shout out Lance. Yeah, but
Bozeman kid too.
yeah.
I was actually in Nashville when the Seahawks played their last preseason game, and Okada got a pick right in front of where we were sitting. So back-to-back
Oh, really?
final preseason games with a pick for him.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, folks.
So here's the big one: Montana State at Oregon. What are you thinking here?
2 p.m. start time this Saturday, the 30th.
What
do we think?
Oregon being a top 10 team, Montana State being, number 2 in the FCS. I can never go against the Cats, so I gotta go Cats. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I got to.
So we played New Mexico last year. It was rough in the first half, and what?
Really? We did?
Yeah. And we just came through. There was some fire inside you guys, and you just came back, whooped them, won. So I would absolutely love to see something like that again this year. Just see some magic happen, and absolutely just beat them.
I mean, let's get going. I'm excited to watch. It's gonna be a good game.
All right. Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Obviously, Oregon, big player at the FBS level, ranked number 7. I can see them making a run at this if we don't play well. But I think with the Cats having a new quarterback that's been in that environment before, and with the guys that we have on our roster and how we've been playing, I think that there is a very solid chance that we are able to pull off an upset here.
Yep.
So I hope the Cats can get this one. And I can't vote against the Cats. So
No, yeah.
give me Montana State.
Yeah, and I think so. Similar, both records, the Cats and the Ducks last year both have perfect seasons up to
Losing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
'Cause Oregon, they lost against Ohio State.
Ohio State, yeah. So that was Rose Bowl game, January
Ohio
1st.
State.
41-21. Yeah, and then Cats. So they finished 13-1, and then Cats finished 15-1.
And didn't Oregon almost lose to Idaho last year?
It was a close game.
24-14.
Yeah.
Like they held their own.
Yeah,
So-
Idaho did a good job last year against them. I really like Coach Eck over at New Mexico. A lot of the guys went over there too, so I'm excited to see how they do too.
What do you got going on now?
geeking out over here.
Pulling up Xbox
Yeah,
Game
and
Pass
so
over here.
so the Ducks beat Ohio State October 12th earlier in the season, 32-31. So I think a lot of people going into that game thought the Ducks were going to win again, but obviously they didn't. And I think that was kind of, and then win 16-13 against Wisconsin, and then everything else was pretty big wins for them.
Yeah, I would just say it's hard to beat a team twice. When you're going
Mhm.
into a similar situation, like, we went into the Idaho game and we knew it was going to be a hard test, but we ended up pulling that one out. I think it was a year or two previous. We ended up playing Weber State in the playoffs, and I mean they were a great team that year too. So it's always hard to beat a team twice, and that's what I would say to that.
So just because we can't really pick against the Cats, let's do a little bit of final score prediction.
Oh yes.
Hey, you skipped over me talking about my pick. Thank you.
Oh,
Let
right,
Skip
right,
over
right.
here finish his little talk.
Yeah, I think Cats, like you said earlier, a lot of returning pieces on the defense. They lose Greeby and a few others, but also a lot of big staple pieces there.
Lots of young
Lamson.
talent.
Yeah, Lamson coming in from Stanford, like you mentioned, getting that experience. I obviously can't go against the Cats here, so I'm taking the Cats.
All right, Lenny, what were you saying?
Because we can't pick against the Cats. Let's do final score predictions.
Final score. Here, finish it. Go last. I'll
All
go
right.
last.
Lenny?
All right, so this is going to be a close one. I'm calling it right now. Oregon's going to put up quite a few in the first half, and we're going to come back. It's going to be 35-35. with 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter, we're going to nail field goal to win.
Hot take.
Hot take.
Sanchez. If he gets that
Hey,
field goal,
Miles did a good job last year.
if he makes
if he hits the game winner, he's coming on the podcast.
Well, we're gonna try and get him on if that happens. All right, yeah. I also think that it's gonna be a close one. I think it's gonna be 28-24. I'm not gonna give a whole hot take like Lenny over here, but I think it's gonna be 28.
I'm just trying to make it interesting over here.
Yeah, I would like to hope the Cats can at least hang with them versus like a complete blowout, which I would not like to see. But I'd like to see the Cats win, but just score. I'm gonna say 35-28.
This is tough.
We're making you think for this.
Yeah, Oregon, of course, they got great players, but I can't go against my guy. So I'll say 17 us, 14 them.
All right, like it.
Yeah. We'll see.
Well, we got anything else we want to touch on? Hot takes.
Yeah.
What do you got?
How do you think Taki's going to do this season? Because I know he's been working hard.
Yeah, Taki looks great. It's my lowbrows. He put on some weight. He really got the defense down. So just the way he's able to move and understand the defense now. Like I said, I think he's gonna do great.
We're seeing those little brothers stepping up. Bryce Grebe, filling in Brody's shoes.
Yeah,
it's cool too.
I like it.
Yep. What else we got on here?
What else? I don't
think I got.
You got any other hot takes?
I don't think so.
Do you want to touch on?
Danny, you got anything you want to plug that you got going on?
Yeah, working at Kenya Noble now. If you need some lumber, I'm the guy. Get at me. Follow me on Instagram. Danny _Uluilakepa. Follow me on the gram. Follow the guys on the gram. All that. Yeah.
R-Bar?
Oh yeah. Shout out R-Bar. Shout out my guys over there. Shout out Taki. Shout out JT. Big Head. Shout out my pops. All them. Yeah.
When do you work DJing at the R-Bar?
Thursday nights. Yeah, if you want to autograph all that, just hit me up.
Celebrity DJ.
DJ.
Don't be afraid.
Yeah, if you need your weddings DJ'd, just let me know. I do your little side gig.
Very entertaining fella.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
worth
here and
your
there.
money.
Yeah,
very much worth.
I can tell you here from football perspective and being one of our buddies, he's a great dude. He's not scary. Don't be afraid to come up and talk.
Appreciate
to him,
that.
He's a great dude. He'll talk and I'm sure he'll love to talk to you. So yeah, I think that just about wraps it up for us. So yeah, this Saturday, August 30th, Cats take on the Ducks, 2 p.m. Mountain Time. Show up, watch the game.
Tag us in your story if you're going there when we post you.
Yep. Yeah, would like to see who's making the trip out. Then also volleyball kicking off the tournament this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Come on down to the game Friday. I'll be there. Come say hi. Would love to talk. Check out Bobcat Weekly. And
well, Danny, thanks for coming on. We really appreciate your time.
Really
Of course,
appreciate
guys. Thanks for having me.
And
Go Cats.
we'll be back next Thursday, next Friday before Gold Rush against South Dakota State. So with guests to be determined. So stay tuned for that.
Yep. Thanks for listening.
Check out the Instagram Bobcat Weekly, and as always, go Bobcats.
Go Cats.